Block you back there. Once you get a system in a routine, gentlemen. Once you get in your truck, get a system. What holds me in that seat? Seatbelt. That seatbelt is skilled mine is now ripped, torn, it latches and releases. The next thing I want to do is, what you having problem with, is doing the safe start. That safe start consists of this. You want to make sure that your truck is in neutral. You want to make sure that your brakes are set. You want to make sure that you have the proper tension on that clutch. You got to turn this truck to the on position. You're looking for that ABS light to come on and go off. Then you start your truck. That is the wording itself, safe start.
What you said about the clutch again?
You want to make sure you have the proper tension on that clutch. That's the word, safe start. A couple of y'all yesterday, y'all went through all of that, but you never started your truck. From there, while my gauges are cycling, I'm going to deal with everything glass. If you cover that windshield outside, all well and good. Okay? But I reserve it for the inside. My mirrors, those mirrors, they're not cracked, damaged. They're just the way I can see that on both sides of my vehicle. That windshield is skilled mine. It's not cracked, damaged. I see no illegal stickers, and I see no obstruction. That seal is also skilled mine. It's not frayed or worn. The windshield wipers, they're securely mounted. They're not bent or damaged. That rubber blade, that blade is also securely mounted. It's not frayed, worn. It should sit flush against my windshield. My washer fluid, I should have washer fluid. Heater, defroster. Heater, I should have sufficient airflow. Defroster, I should have the airflow. Steering wheel, I should have no more than 10 degrees of play. Horn, city horn, highway horn. Lights, headlights, high beam, turn signal, four-way hazards. Gauges, water temperature, you have to know the ranges. 170 to 210 on my water. On my oil, that oil should be between 20 and 40 or 30 and 60. That voltage meter should be between 12 and 14. My air gauges should be between 100 to 120 or 120 to 125. Where am I ready to go, John? My brake test. I didn't rush to get there. I just covered everything I needed to follow. Now I'm gonna focus on my brake test. My brake test, I got 3 parts of that test to do. One is a parking brake test, which would mean I'm going to release one set of brakes. I want the other brakes to hold me in place. You have to tell him what brakes are doing what. Okay? If I release the yellow knob, which is my tractor brake, I want my trailer brakes to hold me in place. I'm simply going to ease off. I'm not going to try to really make a move. I just want it to rock. Okay? I'm going to reverse that. I'm going to set my tractor brakes. I'm going to release my trailer brakes, and I want the same effect. Once I've done that, I'm going to do my service brake test, which it means I have to have both of my brakes released. I'm going to put it in gear. I'm going to let it roll. I'm going to apply my brake pedal. I want it to stop evenly without pulling to one side or the other. Okay? From that point, I am ready to do my leak test. In order to do a proper leak test, your RPM, your pressure has to be over that 100. You don't have to touch these. Don't touch these again when you go to your leak test. Okay? Build your pressure up. The first thing you're going to do is, once you've done this parking, service, you're going to leave those things alone. You go to your key. You turn that key to off position, and then turn it back to the on position. You know it's on because you hear the gas start sounding off. Okay? From that point, the first part of my leak test is my 4 PSI. All they ask you to do is hold your brake, watch that gauge move and stop. That'll count. You don't have to sit there and wait for a minute. Once that gauge stops, that'll count for your 4 psi. The next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna do your 60 psi, and your warning lights and that buzzer should sound off. Okay? You're gonna fan your brakes at that point. Between 60 and 50 psi. The next thing you're gonna do, you're gonna continue fanning your brakes between 40 and 20, or 20 and 40, but you're waiting for these knobs to pop out. Jim, if you're in this truck, this one doesn't. You don't hear this one pop out. But if this one pops out, you're good to go. Okay? That's it. The last thing you're gonna do, you have to examine, step outside and help you check your light.